Increasing your credit score, 150 plus points in 6 months. My action plan. A poor credit score can cost you thousands on higher loan interest, credit card rates, and insurance premiums. Here are powerful techniques I use to add 150 plus points to my credit score in just 6 months. Obtain your credit reports to understand your starting point. I pulled my credit reports from annualcreditreport.com and scrutinized them to identify negative factors harming my score. This provided my roadmap. Step 1 is accessing your credit reports from annualcreditreport.com to review your current accounts, inquiries, total debt load, payment history, average age of credit, and other critical factors impacting your score. Identifying negatives dragging your score down provides the roadmap to boost it. Understand your starting point. Pay down balances to reduce credit utilization ratio. I paid down cards with the highest balances first to quickly bring my credit utilization below 30%. High balances relative to limits tank scores. Your credit utilization ratio, or the amount owed compared to your total available credit limits, has a huge influence on scores. Paying down cards with the highest balances first gave the biggest bang for buck in quickly reducing my overall utilization under the 30% sweet spot. The lower the better. Call issuers to request higher credit limits. I politely requested higher limits on long-time accounts with solid payment histories. Issuers often raise limits upon request, boosting your utilization ratio. Even if you can't pay down balances outright, requesting higher credit limits on accounts with an established positive history can provide an instant reduction in your utilization ratio. As a long-time customer, issuers frequently granted my credit limit increase requests, doubling my available credit and cutting my utilization in half quickly. Negotiate pay-for-delete agreements on collections. I negotiated pay-for-delete deals on multiple collections where paying them led to removal. This eliminated their score damage. If you have unpaid collections harming your score, contact the agencies to request pay-for-delete in exchange for payment. Many granted my requests to remove the negative collection marks in turn for payment. This helped delete multiple credit score dings. Just get agreements in writing first. Avoid closing old credit cards to maintain account history. While tempting to close old unused cards, it reduces your average account age. Keep them open and sock drawer it. Closing old credit cards you don't use seems savvy, but actually hurts your score by reducing your average account age. Keep unused cards open and sock drawer them to benefit from the positive payment history and age they bring to your credit history's length and depth. Just slice up the cards. Watch credit limit utilization on all cards, not overall. I made sure no individual cards exceeded 30% utilization, even if overall utilization was low. Maxing out one drags down scores. Be sure to watch your utilization ratio not just across your total credit limits, but on every individual card too. Even if your overall utilization is low, maxing out just one card can negatively impact your scores. Keep individual and total utilization low. Become an authorized user to benefit from others' credit history. I had family add me as an authorized user to long-standing cards they managed responsibly. This boosted my score. You can benefit from others' positive history by becoming an authorized user on their long-time credit cards they use responsibly. As long as it's not shared too widely, this can give your credit report and score an immediate boost from their solid historical payment activity. Dispute any errors on your credit reports. I scrutinized my reports and disputed several inaccurate late payments and an old collections. The credit bureaus swiftly removed the errors. If your credit reports include information errors like inaccurately reported late payments or collections you already paid, file disputes. Provide evidence proving the inaccuracy, and the credit bureaus are required to investigate and remove any verified errors, boosting your score. Pay all bills early or on time to establish positive payment patterns. I set payment reminders to pay bills like clockwork, and even early when possible. On-time payments signal reliability. Making all bill payments on time or even early whenever possible establishes a strong positive payment record with creditors that boosts your score over time. Setting up reminders and budgeting ensures your history shows all bills paid as agreed reliably month to month, which scores like limit new credit applications to avoid excess hard inquiries. I refrained from applying for any new credit while focused on building my score over 6 months. Too many hard inquiries raise red flags. Every application for new credit triggers a hard inquiry on your report, so avoid applying for multiple financing offers in a short time frame. Hard inquiries hint at credit hunger, so cool it temporarily while building your score. Let your reports reflect responsible credit management versus credit seeking. Pay off debt completely, if possible to maximize score gains. I paid off 2 old department store cards completely in month 4. Eliminating installment debt gave my score an extra boost. If possible, based on your financial situation, paying off installment debts like personal loans and old retail cards gives an added score boost compared to just maintaining payments. I paid off 2 old department store cards midway through my credit building journey. Less debt held is better. Tap credit counseling. If debt load feels unmanageable. If debt feels overwhelming, credit counseling provides guidance on debt management plans that preserve your score. Debt reduction protects it. If you feel overwhelmed by high revolving and installment debt, speaking to a non-profit credit counseling agency could provide the help you need via a formal debt management plan. They work to reduce interest rates while getting you on a monthly payment plan that helps pay down debt in full over time while protecting your credit. Mix types of credit for a diverse profile. I opened a small new retail card in month 5 to add installment loan history. Having revolving, installment, and mortgage types helps. To maximize your score, experts recommend having an installment loan like a car loan or personal loan in addition to revolving credit cards and potentially mortgage installments. This mix shows you can manage diverse credit types responsibly over time. I added a small retail installment loan month 5. Sign up for score monitoring services. I used free monitoring from Credit Karma and MyFICO to track my progress monthly. This enabled me to gauge effectiveness and adjust strategies. Monitoring your credit score frequently via free services like Credit Karma and MyFICO allowed me to gauge the effectiveness of my credit-boosting strategies and make beneficial adjustments. I could see in real time what was working versus what needed tweaking, which contributed greatly to my 150-plus point boost. Be diligent. For 6 months to establish new credit habits. My focused efforts to implement positive credit actions consistently month after month ensured I formed helpful money management habits that became automatic. The key to increasing your score sustainably long-term is ensuring you remain diligent in implementing positive credit habits for at least 6 months to genuinely turn them into automatic routines you'll maintain. With focus and discipline for half a year, your new and improved money management behaviors will stick for good. Conclusion. A poor credit score is not a life sentence as these effective techniques demonstrate. Now you have an expanded blueprint to increase your score dramatically in 6 months. Consistency and diligence will get you there. Start implementing positive changes and witness growth. You've got this. Let me know in the comments the step you'll start with.